God. We call it, okay, GMT +8. And that's Thursday. So 3 should be your overnight session, all right? So we'll mark the
Yeah.
3 now. All right, we'll mark the 3 now at 3 p.m., 3 a.m. And we call it as OSS. Okay. The problem is that when you see this kind of situation, you have to determine whether it should be the upward bias or downward bias, or it should be a range. 3 kind of conditions can occur during London session. All right. So we call and London open at 15, and then Asian close at 14. Asian close. London open. So you draw now the highest point. Starting from here, extending all the way to upside. Okay, extended to the New York side. And then we have to draw the low below before Asian close. All right. So we draw the low before Asian close. And this is this one. Okay. All right. So this one would be overnight high. This one should be overnight low. Okay. And now we mark the symmetrics. Okay. Now we see how the price, now this is overnight range. Okay. So how the price is entering here. Now see this one. Okay, this is what we got. Okay. So far here, this one. All right. So now you see this data and you see what is the bias of the trade. So how did you determine? What I see that the price is just, moving in waves. So I will see if I can draw the channel. So this is a low, first low, the second low here, started from here. All right, this one here. So first of all, I will draw the channel, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Before it. Okay. Now, as I see this, that this one is, okay, I draw the channel here. And the problem with this channel is, did I reach, what to say, any kind of overbought, oversold over here? I cannot see overbought right over here with this channel, right? And how about shortening of the thrust? This is at the same level, so we cannot mark it, right? This is at the same level. We need an upward, right? We need 3, what to say? We need 3 touches, 3 swing highs for it to qualify as a shortening of the thrust. So is there any shortening of thrust?
No.
No. What do we see here before overnight session is this huge bar with this candle. Now we have to determine whether this huge bar is actually a buying climax, or, I mean, if it does not qualify, what to say, if it does not qualify for, what to say, buying climax or overbought or shortening of the thrust to the upside, then it means then we can't quantify it as a buying climax, right? But there is a huge volume and there's a news as well. We identified it. Okay. So do you have news on a chart?
Yes, I have.
Okay. You just go to settings, I think, and from the settings there will be status, scales, trading, news, events, economic events on charts. Okay. Just click it and then you will get these events on your charts. All right. Okay. So if this is not an oversold, okay, so what it can be. So it means this structure can be a part of reaccumulation. We need to identify. Okay. All right. So how do we know? So what we see here, that the price breaks through this channel here. You see this one here. All right. And then what do you see? The price makes a higher lows, right? And the price scraps through it, increased volume, right? But as I told you, there is no overbought achieved at this point. So this would not be considered as overbought, or there is no shorting of the thrust. All right.
Yeah.
Got it?
Okay.
Okay. So now we have this range here. Now, we know that we have no overbought. So bias here so far, bias is not equals to overbought, right? Bias is not equals to bearish. All right. So we do not have the bearish bias now.
How about
Sorry.
if we draw the like a smaller channel?
Here,
Yeah. What if we just draw that one? Yeah, yeah.
if you draw this channel here like this, and then you would say you got an overbought here, slight overbought trade, right?
Yeah,
Right?
sort of.
Yeah, sort of, but I don't quantify it as an overbought. Now let me see on a 5-minute time frame, but that's like the price just hit here and reversed, right? All right. And then the price just made a range. So the problem here is the price is okay. You need to draw the bigger channel. Remember that. All right. So you see the structure here. What kind of we have accumulation here first. Okay. All right. This was a low where the price actually started, right? Going higher. Am I right? So we take the first
Yeah.
higher low. We take the first higher low, connect with the next major low, draw the line and extend it. This is a major line. All right. Yeah, there is an overbought slight over here. All right. And you would say that later on, once you extend it, okay. Okay, once you extend it, then like this was actually this overbought did not show any kind of see here. All right. So what happened? We just punched through it, tested, and then it went up to the upside. All right. So what I
Yes.
suggest you always draw the major structure before for determining the bias. You have to draw the major structure, not the microstructure. What you're drawing here is the microstructure. All right. We need to draw the major structure before London Open. Got it?
Okay.
All right. This is microstructure you can draw within here, within override and overnight low to determine the microstructure. Like we draw here, the microstructure. Now, why I did not draw from here? Because this was the first major high, second major high. So from the second major high, we just connect it and then we just follow it right through it. Sorry. Let me draw it correctly. Okay. Yeah. Understand here?
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can see this here. And if you want to draw, if you want to see whether whether it's really an accumulation or not, right? You can draw this channel. For example, if you draw this channel here, we break through it, right? And what do we get here? Draw this channel. Now it's what? Jump. Okay. We got this spring here, oversold, and then jump across the creek. All right. And then what happens here? We again got this channel here. Sorry. We again got this channel here. You will see multi-layer waves like this. Okay. Between this one and this one. What do we got here? Again, got it, and then break through it. So this is what? Jump across the creek. All right. Look for these patterns. If you are just going up, okay, look for these patterns. Got it?
Okay.
Yeah. So what do I mean to say? I just let you know. Wait, hold on. So every time, whenever there is now this one, we have this kind of pattern here. This kind of pattern here. Right? Now observe this pattern. What do we have here? Okay, from the major low here, and the price continued to fall down. We had two swing highs, so we'll draw a line from here. Right? This is a very different pattern. We got a spring here, and then the price reversed. Got it? And then you can also see this. First swing low, second swing low, right over here. And then we have an SOT, right? Right?
Yeah.
We have
Yeah,
an
yeah.
SOT over here. So yeah, there is a pattern like this, okay? SOT pattern over here, causing a reversal right over here. But when you have this kind of pattern here, okay, when you have a high climatic volume, all right, high climatic volume, all right, and then when you, what do you see here that, okay, the price just have this kind of pattern. It forms like this, makes a lower high, makes a lower high. Okay, this kind of pattern will give, and then you see this jump across the creek, a slight one, you see, a very near this end, you see mini oversold and then jump across the creek. It will follow up. It means that the price will follow to the upward direction. We have this again, high volume, all right, and then price makes lower lows. We draw the channel here, and then we see this one, and see here. Do you see this kind of characteristics?
Yeah.
Now, why do I have this kind of bars over here? Okay, the reason for these kind of bars because we have no activity during overnight session. Got it? The market is very slow. That's why we do not have an obvious pattern over here. But what I mean to say is that oversold will have an oversold right over here. All right. Or we have a shortening of the thrust to the upside. All right. Now, if you draw this swing high, how you can draw the swing high? You can draw these two culture points here, these 2 points. Do we have? No, we don't have. We draw here. We don't have third touch point here as well. This is a third touch point. No, it's equal. We cannot join it, right? We need this one. Where's the third touch point? There is no third touch point. Got it?
Yeah.
So we do not have oversold. We do not have overbought. We do not have shortening of the thrust. So what is it? Okay, and you see this kind of structure here. All right. So accumulation will normally be followed like this. Hold on. Hello.
Yep. I'm here.
Okay, hold on. Okay, and then what do we see? We move forward here. We have slight SOT right over here. Okay. Do we have an SOT right over here? 1, 2, 3. Do we have SOT right over here? First touch point, second touch point, third touch point, and then what you're gonna do? All of these are SOTs, right? Rounding SOT as well. Can you see?
Yeah.
Okay. And then when you have an SOT, you can just draw the straight line from here to observe. What did you observe here? You see? Price just broke through it. Now go to the 3-minute or 5-minute time frame. You will clearly see the SOT. So another tip is you can go for the 5-minute time frame to see the SOT. So this one, this one, this one, third one, and what do you draw? You draw the straight figure over here, the straight line over here. A very minor what? Spring, the price went up, and then again, what do we have before London Open? Can you tell me? What do we see here? What do you see here? The price went down, reversed, right? So this is what? Spring, right? Am I right? Okay. So what do you have? Sorry?
Is it really spring? What qualifies that as spring?
Spring of this one. SOT. First touch, second touch, third touch. And from the third touch, we draw it, the straight line from the SOT. This is first attempt of the spring, this is second attempt of the spring, and then it goes above. Can you see?
Okay, okay.
Can you see, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this we call it as, let's suppose, we have a heavy volume right over here on the spring, you can see. And the price, we have the characteristics, the price reversed up, right? So what do we say is as spring? Okay. And then, of course, when we have a spring, what we're going to do, we're going to draw another line with the spring. Okay. So the price can either test here at this point or at this point, these two reference points. Am I right? Now we have these two reference levels. This one from the spring level, this one from here. Now you go and see where does the London open. Okay. Do you understand?
Yep.
Yeah. And you see what happens to the London Open. You see, this is a spring. If you draw the channel from here, you will easily identify this as a shortening of the thrust. Okay, shortening of thrust, you draw this line, first touch here, second touch, third touch, you draw a straight line from here, you will see the price breaks down, okay, and then reversed, right? So this becomes a spring. And then this one, what happens? Test of spring, and you see the volume here. What do we get it?
I volume spring.
Yeah. All right. So you're going to take a long position right over here. Now the point is, where should we place our SL? Okay. If you place your SL right over here, you're going to get hit and then you have to re-enter the trade. Right. So what should be your SL location? Okay. So one tip is when you want to find the SL location, the perfect location. So yeah, you just draw this two lines here. All right. You see this is spring here, right? So what is your SL location? Where should you place SL?
Near the reference line.
Hmm?
Should I paste it near the reference line?
Okay, the find is we need to find the next low, the nearest low. Where is the nearest low here? Let's go for the 5-minute chart and find the next low. If this is a low, okay, then this low coincide with which one? This low here, right? With this low, what's the last low of this one? This one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do we see? So the thing is, can we find this much far here? So long here. Got it? Now you see this channel here? Did you see this channel here? My tip is, the point is that the price might come back to this, might scare you off and might be near this channel, right? So my advice is just place below this channel. Got it? This would be a long-term trade. Got it? And this is your last high, would be your take profit target. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. And of course, that's your entry point here. And then what you can do once you go inside here, right? So once you have this position, and if you have wait for the test of this bar here, the spring bar here, okay, you see you get a very, very ideal location, because now you know that this is the last point. It's the last major low, right? It's easier to determine. And now you will easily achieve 2R. Okay.
Okay.
So how to place an SL? Okay, the SL is find the last low, the last lower low, this low over here is not lower than this one, right? So we don't know how far we have to go. So for this situation, if you see the trend channel here, just place below this trend channel line. Got it? That's right over here. Should be fine. Just below this one. Okay. Let's give you a
Yeah.
2.16R entry. And now what happens here? The price shoot it up. Okay, the price shoot it up. Now, as we go down, the price shoot it up. Okay, and it enters the channel. It forms what? What does it form with this channel? Jump across the creek, right? right?
Yeah.
If we extend this channel, it forms jump across the creek. And now what happens? The price came back. Now we have reference line. This reference line and this reference line. Either of them is fine. So what do you see here? Test here with this reference line. Jump across the key and test. All right. If you draw the channel like over here, right over here, you will see there's a spring here. Spring and test of spring. Got it? And now it
Yes.
goes all the way to the upside. Okay. Now you see, you would consider is as this one here, what we consider this one here, right? This buying climax, whatever you consider it. What happens here? Price just straight away moved along it. Can you see? Hold on. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
so this is jump across the creek straight away from this line, which you consider as buying climax, right?
Yep.
Yeah. See, but this is not actually a buying climax. Can you see how it develops? So the bias was very clear. Immediate bias was also very clear. So did you take this trade right, or what happened? What was the problem?
Yeah, it first hit my SL, then after that I re-entered.
Re-entered. So your bias was bullish?
Yep.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Okay.
I took the immediate bias.
Okay. Immediate bias. But do you understand the long-term bias? Okay. The
Yes, my
long-term
long-term
bias,
bias was good.
long-term bias should, okay, the long-term, if you are going for the oversold and all those things, right? You should have an overbought, or you should have an shortening of the thrust and high volume to the upside. Otherwise, you cannot consider it. Okay. And then you see how the price is breaking through it, right? How the price is progressing through it. Okay. Now there is no oversold reach, right? There is no overbought reach. There is no SOT. And you see this channel here, the price makes a spring here. And then obviously this is what? What does this classify it? This classify it
Say
as JAC.
reaccumulation.
Got it? This is reaccumulation. So this whole process was reaccumulation. Okay. And you only enter during this London Open. All right. And now again, we have a JAC as we cross through this, right? And what happens again? We draw the line here. Okay. Simple to identify here. What happens here? This one here goes up to the upside, and then we have a what? Spring position. Went up. Now, the London opens at what time? The New York opens at what time? Your time. 8.
Yeah.
Great. So you'd see before London Open, we had a spring. Okay. And then we shoot it up again on what? What do we have here?
And JC.
JC. Now you see there's a straight away increase in volume, the terrible increase in volume. You see, increase in spread and huge volume. Can you see? Now we draw the channel. If we can draw the channel here, now let's go to the 15-minute time frame and let's draw the channel now. Let's see. Yeah. Now you will see that the whole situation changes here for temporary basis. Okay. So this is the last low. We are in this one. Okay. This is low. What do we consider here? This one, right? Got it? Now we see the 3-minute time frame. Now what do we see here? Straight away dive up. Huge volume increase, right? And what does it become?
Overbought.
Overbought. Do you see how do I join this last low? Because this was spring, we take it as a fresh low. So we take it as the first high low, we join it with the second high low, and we draw this channel. Got it?
Yeah.
And then what happened after the low here? All right, we don't have to wait for the price to just cross it. We can just see that this is what to say. This is a spring here. Got, or this is a section here. Now, if we want to draw another one here from here as well, you can easily identify that from secondary channel as well. That the price just terribly went up, right? And you can see here what you can see the difference between both. See the difference here, this here, and see the difference with this bar. Can you see the difference here? We are just immediately breaking out of this one. And then obviously we have this high as well. From the last high, we are breaking from this both parts. So this is JAC. Got it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, for the short-term basis, again, we have this one here, this one here. Yes, we did have a overbought, but only for the short period of time. See here. These two. Got it? We did have an overbought here. Okay, overbought here, but only for the short term. Got it? So here as well, we are taking the short-term bias. Got it? Short-term bias. And the same situation occur over here. Now, on the 15, on a micro 3-minute time frame, you can see the overbought. So it will only be a short-term trade. Got it? You see? This one, AR, secondary test one, okay, no demand, and then the price went down. Right? Can you see? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Same here. Now, this is your London Open, or New York Open. New York opens at what time?
8 p.m. 20.
8 here. Okay. Now, what do we see? We are already seeing here that the price is just redistributing here. This one here. This one here. Before London Open, we have this higher low. Right? So obviously, we will not take this trade right over here. Right? We are not taking the trade in the middle, right? So we will wait. The price made what? Test it here. Okay. There is some sort of, what to say, effort versus no result right over here. Effort versus no result. Can you see?
Yeah.
You can take your trade either over here, placing your SL right over here, and then you see straight away we went down. Just one shot. Or you can also take this as an upthrust. Second entry in case if you miss it. Stop loss here. This was a London entry. And then the second one is, when does your second open?
9 p.m. So 21.
9. Okay. And then what happens here? The price went down. Okay, try to reject it, but then we have this channel intact, right? All right. Now the actual oversold was completed right over here, right? The actual oversold. Am I right? because the
Yeah.
price returned back into the channel. But as the price returned back into the channel, this is a very micro structure, right? This is a major structure. This is a major oversold. This is complete major oversold. The oversold will complete when we saw this kind of this. And then what happened? The price reversed. Now the second London entry, where would be the second one? Sorry, the New York one. Open that. This one here, right? And what do we see here? The price actually reversed. And we have very huge volume, rejection. And then the price made what?
This is oversold for which channel?
Yeah, kind of. No, this is not oversold, but just the price is unable to break this lower channel and the price reversed from here.
Okay.
Got it? The price turned back. So this actually oversold when we realized here that the oversold has technically failed. Got it? And we have spring here and the price returned. And now here, the entry, we have an entry here. Okay, we just, what to say? We just return back to the channel. Okay, now we have a reference line here, this one. Extend it further. All right. What happened? This is one spring. This one is test of spring. But here we did not get the chance, right? The price just reversed, just make a higher low. And then when the price made a higher low, what will happen? Here we got F versus no result. Can you see? Just place SL here and take profit. So after 30 minutes, we got the entry. Right over here, we did not get any entry. Okay.
Do you mind to explain a little bit, like the 8 p.m. one until 9 p.m. one?
8 from here to here. 8
A
p.m.
little,
this one.
yeah. I'm a bit blur as what.
Okay,
what
this one
what-
is OB, overbought,
I-
right? This one
I
becomes
understand.
overbought.
I understand until the part where we have an upthrust, then after that the price just went down.
Yeah, upthrust here, and then the price went down. So you want to know about this 9 p.m. part, right?
Whatever that is going on after the news at 8:30.
This one. So what happened at the
Yeah,
news? You see what happened at the news. I told you that the news can change the direction, right? There's a news, very huge volume. See how the news closed the price. You can see closed right over here. The price reversed into the channel. Okay, the price reversed into the channel because if it was a clear, it should go down and then test this region and go down again, right? But what happens instead here? You can see. What can you see here? The price actually break down and then went up. Okay. It went up. Okay. And then it just tried to break again, right? Okay. Let's mark this as AR. Okay. Just a line here. The price breaks through it. Got it?
Yeah.
So we are just breaking this. So see, this one, it failed here. And then the price entered back. You see this channel, long-term channel, which I draw. The price reversed back into the channel. Okay, the price reversed back into the channel. So this cannot be. So this was actually what happened. If this was actually jump across the falling through ice, it would not do this type of action. When falling through ice fails, it automatically becomes what? Selling climax, right? Got it? This becomes what? Yeah. Okay. This becomes what?
Secondary test.
Okay. This becomes what? And now we did not even get a chance to test it, right? We just break through it. No test here. Break through it. And then we test it here. Right? Oh, now we got this entry. Yes, we can have that, but you cannot enter right away on this candle, right? It's too huge. And when I told you when it's too huge, it will be retested. Again, we draw the reference line here because it's a first higher low. Okay. We test this region. Now on what? F versus no result. Am I right? Do you understand?
Yep.
And now we just went up. Okay. Now first no result here. Now the
So
price
if
just
it's
went.
a successful FPI, then it wouldn't go back to the channel.
Channel, yes. It would not go back to the channel. Okay, it would go down. It would not go back to the channel like this. Got it?
Yeah. All right.
Now let me show you now. You see this behavior here. Okay, see this behavior. This is jump across the creek. And then we see reaccumulation. And see this behavior. Can you see how it reversed on a very high volume? Test it. This cannot be FTI, right? This has already changed. But where does the London open? The London open after at the JAC. Now you cannot take the trade right over here. Can you take the trade? No, right? So what do you observe here? I observe the channel here. Simple as that. Observe. But the point is entering a right over here can be risky because it's too high, right? So I will wait for the retest here. Got it? And then take my entry. Any question?
No.
Okay. And the same thing happened. The price just deviated. Okay. We have a long-term high. Now we have a fixed range here. Right? Sorry. We have fixed range here because it's the last high, and then the price started deviating right over here. And what happened again? You can see the price on a higher volume breaks through it. Okay, breaks through it, makes this one and breaks through it. FTI, jump across the creek again. And we went up to the upside. Got it? You can see. And now here the market ends, and now the new session starts. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, I end the session and I start again the second session. Okay.